E for MarketWizards.com, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. And again, a reminder that this is for educational purposes only and trying to help traders understand whether or not it makes sense to go down this rabbit hole at all for prop trading firms that promise you untold wealth with their funding. And a reminder that I love Ninja Trader may not be perfect for you, especially if you've spent years and years with other platforms that are equally good. But this is one that allows us to use programs like this with very low startup costs and gives us tools we need to see if this is a business that even makes sense for us. Now, at first investigation, these are the conclusions that I would have to consider are important. I think they're ideal for beginning traders who have very little risk capital. Let you get into the game. It allows you to experience a learning curve by spreading out that $2,500 risk capital over 1 year. So rather than blowing it all in one trade, allows you, if you're diligent, to try over and over and over multiple times and to see if you can't get yourself funded. You could easily blow that amount in one trade in 1 day. So for those that understand the dual nature of leverage, this should not be minimized, the importance of this idea. It's certainly not a get rich quick scheme. It needs to become scalable. So the assumption is that it will take you at least another year to acquire funds to withdraw. So the first step in the process is to acquiring a number of PA accounts with no time pressure. And then you've got a business, because now you've got, it's like real estate. Now you've got 4 rental properties instead of just 1. Those who use trade copiers can speed up the process, but if you use it incorrectly, can easily bankrupt 3 months of your disciplined work. If you have a tilt today and you've got all of your accounts on one trade, then you're certainly at risk for all of them. So that needs to be considered when you're looking at your due diligence. Since it's scalable to 20 accounts and some funding firms, we can do the math and make assumptions as to how much can you actually make with this. There are some traders who I have read about who have made over $1 million in 1 year. After a couple of years at building up their accounts, in 1 year, they've taken that and made $1 million just by using these type of accounts. In most cases, most people won't do that. I'm certainly not trying to encourage you to think that way, but I am trying to tell you that there are people who have made substantial amounts of money using this approach. A few good wins with more risk can speed up the process. So meaning some of your trades are for singles and doubles, others are looking for triples and home runs. As you become consistent at making 200 to 500 a day net without a drawdown of 2,500, it allows you to grow much faster. And that's not going to be the case in your first few endeavors for sure. But as you get your belief system tuned into, hey, I can do this, you're going to start to see the power of that learning curve. And this will start to escalate that exponential growth curve. So start with the idea, can I make $50 a day at a minimum? Get good at doing that. And then try to increase that to your 100 to 150 and more as you start to believe in your own system and your own ability to take a stop loss. That's the key in this business. Our expenses for our live account also needs to include costs of the real-time data. For non-professionals, that's huge with Apex, as the platform fee as well as our real-time data fees are included in that evaluation fee. You're not going to beat that for 16 to 35 bucks, believe me. If you go to a site like TopStep, They consider it a funded account, and as a professional, and you are required, to my knowledge, to pay 116 a month for the data. I think that's an important consideration. One of the things you may want to do in your due diligence. And the fees are listed here, and obviously it depends on what we use the example, for example, of something like ES or NQ, and so you're going to be paying 116 CME, and again, that's top step. And obviously, fees may change both for getting funded and obviously for CME or any other data feeds. So you need to check that and do your own due diligence, as time will probably change all of those, especially as we live with inflation. So if you want to build a business in a reasonable time frame, a year or two, with limited risk capital, and you don't need it for immediate income, then this may have some merit. Um, I do believe there's always a time value of money and a money value of time component we need to consider. And as always, what is the highest and best use of our time and money? That's a personal decision, and then one that only you can decide for yourself. So I hope this series of videos has helped to at least put some perspective on this approach, because I think a lot of traders have shown interest in it by some of the Discord rooms I've gone to, and I'm trying to educate people. That's my first goal, is try to help people wherever you are. I welcome your comments. I welcome your emails. I welcome your dialogue on Twitter. Find me at emanywizard.com if you want to send me an email. And a final reminder, we do have that power special that includes the tools that we have talked about, including my workspace. And simply go to the shop page, click on Power Special. It will give you all of the details, and will give you the idea of the tools that you'll be provided with, including my workspace and these indicators. So, and this will obviously be good and through the end of the year. Trying to give traders plenty of time to get their mind around it. Does it even make sense for you or not? Thanks for listening. Hope you have a wonderful day, and be well.